So today we are going to discuss about a problem. So this is our question. Calculate the specific weight, density, specific gravity of 1 liter of liquid with a weight of 7 Newton. Okay. So this is our problem. Calculate the specific weight and density, specific gravity. So here you can use comma. Okay. Of 1 liter of liquid which weight 7 Newton. So we have to find three datas, and we are having two given datas. Okay, so you can start writing this problem. So the given datas that are just a minute. So we are having a major given data that is called weight is 7 Newton. Similarly, we are having another one more given data that is called 1 liter of liquid. So we are having 1 liter of liquid. So 1 liter of liquid is equal to volume. So you can consider this as a volume. Okay. Similarly, we have to find three datas so that are specific weight, density, and specific gravity. Okay. So if you can't able to write or else if you can't able to take a class notes, you can refer this recorded session, and also you can make a note of it. So during evening time or else during free times, because I think tomorrow will be a holiday, so maybe எனக்கு தெரியல உங்களுக்கு information வரலாம். Okay, so you have to uh, convert the units into the required points. So the unit conversion is that we are having a volume of 1 liter of liquid. So the unit conversion should be in the meter cube because it is a volume. So you have to convert the volume into meter cube. So this is our unit conversion. So you have to make a note of this. So 1 liter of 1 liter of liquid is equal to 1000 centimeter cube. Okay. So if you take any water can with 1 liter, it is equal to a volume of 1000 centimeter cube. Okay. So 1 liter is equal to 1000 cc. Remember that it is equal to 1000 cc centimeter cube. Okay. Similarly, you have to convert this centimeter cube into meter cube. So for that, you have to multiply this value with 10 to the power minus 6. So volume is equal to 0.001 meter cube. So this is what our unit conversion. So 1 liter is converted into 1000 centimeter cube, and also 1000 centimeter cube should be converted into meter cube. For that, you have to divide the 1000 value with 10 to the power 6, or else you can multiply with 10 to the power minus 6. So both are equal. So volume is equal to 0.001 meter cube. Okay. So now we can proceed with the solution. So the first thing that we have to find for this problem is specific weight. So what is the formula for specific weight? You can refer your class notes. So what is the formula for specific weight?
Weight of fluid by volume of fluid.
Weight of fluid per volume of fluid. So we are having the value of weight, that is 7 Newton, and also the volume is also available. It is 0.001 meter cube. So you can use that formula. So specific weight is equal to weight by volume. So if you substitute the value, you will get an answer in Newton per meter cube, because the unit for weight is Newton. Similarly, we have converted the liter into meter cube. So the final unit for specific weight is Newton per meter cube. So 7 into 1000 is equal to 7000. So the answer is 7000 for specific weight. Okay. Is it clear? Any doubts?
No, sir.
These are all simple problems. Yes, சொல்லுப்பா. யாரோ கேட்டீங்களே. Okay, so these are all very simple problems. So that is why I have taken this problem with the help of PPT presentation. If it is a complicated problem and also if it is a derivation, I will solve these derivation and problems with the help of a, camera presentation. Okay, so don't worry about that. So if you're having any doubts, you can ask me at any time. And the second thing that we have to find here is density. So what is the formula for density?
Mass by
Mass
volume.
by volume.
Mass by volume. So whether you are having mass on this problem, so whether you are having the value of mass in this problem,
No, sir.
no. So you are having actually the given data is weight, and also we have calculated specific weight. So you can use a different formula, that is that specific weight is equal to it is also equal to rho into g, right? So we are having another one more formula for specific weight. So weight is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity divided by volume. So mass per volume can be written in the format of rho. So specific weight is equal to rho into g. Then what is the formula for rho? Specific weight divided by gravity. Okay, so you can use that particular formula. So density is equal to specific weight divided by gravity. So we have the specific weight, and the gravity is a general value. So you can assume the gravity, it is 9.81. Okay, so you can substitute the values 7,000 divided by 9.81. Okay, so what is the unit for gravity? What is the unit for gravity?
9.81.
No, I'm not asking about the value, unit. I'm asking about the
Newton.
unit. Newton. Do you think it is Newton? It is not Newton, Kana. Actually, gravity will be mentioned in different two units. One is meter per second square. Okay, or else we can uh, mention the units in Newton per kilogram. Okay, so this will be the unit for gravity. Similarly, we are having a unit for specific weight, that is Newton per meter square, right? So the unit for specific weight is Newton per meter square, and the unit for gravity is Newton per kilogram. So you can use this particular unit. So the Newton meter per kilogram. Sorry, Gana, it is not Newton per kilogram, it is Newton meter per kilogram. Okay, so Newton and Newton will be get cancelled, and the final unit for this density will be kilogram per meter cube. So kilogram will occupy the front place. So kilogram. Here we are having meter square, and here we are having meter. So meter square and meter will be multiplied into meter cube. So the final unit for density is kilogram per meter cube. So the answer for density is 713.5 kilogram per meter cube. Okay, so if you have mass in the given data, you can directly use the formula that is called mass per volume. But here we don't have the mass, so you can use the specific weight. Okay. So the next data that we have to find here is specific weight. So specific gravity. So what is the formula for specific gravity? Actually, it is density by density. That is called density of the liquid divided by density of the water. Okay, so the density of the liquid is available. So we got the density of this particular liquid. So we don't know what is the name of this particular liquid. It is simply marked as liquid. So the density of liquid is available. It is 713.5 kilogram per meter cube. Okay, so the density of the water, that is 1000. Okay, so you can use these values to find specific gravity. Okay, Just a minute. So if you use this value, so the specific gravity will be 0.7135. That is the right answer. And also there is no unit for this specific gravity, because here also it is a kilogram per meter cube and here also it is kilogram per meter cube. So both will get cancelled and there is no unit for specific gravity. Okay. Is it clear? Any doubts? Okay, Kana. Shall I move to the next problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if anybody didn't copy this problem, you can copy with a recorded link. So don't worry about that. Please provide a required space. Next, my second problem, that is, it is also a simple kind of problem. It is based with the properties of fluid. So here we have to calculate the density, and also we have to calculate the specific weight, and finally we have to calculate the weight of 1 liter of petrol. So what is this 1 liter? It is equal to volume. So 1 liter of petrol of specific gravity 0.7. So here we have the value for specific gravity. Okay, so in our previous problem, finally we got the specific gravity, but here we're having the value for specific gravity. So that means you have to reverse the first problem. So first problem என்ன ஸ்டெப்ல ஃபாலோ பண்ணீங்களோ அதை அப்படியே ரிவர்ஸ் பண்ணுங்க. Okay, so what is the procedure that we have to follow for this problem? So what is the formula for specific gravity? So first we can write the given data. Specific gravity is 0.7. Next we have to find the three different values: density, specific weight, and finally weight. Okay, so the important point that you have to note here is the volume. So volume is in liters. So particularly like previous problem, so it is 1 liter. Okay, so 1 liter is equal to 1000 centimeter cube. Similarly, it is equal to 0.001 meter cube. So it is just a simple unit conversion. Okay, so please remember this unit conversion. So what is the formula for density? Basically it is mass per volume, or else we can use specific weight divided by gravity. Sorry, specific specific weight divided by gravity. So we can use that formula, but here we don't have the value for specific weight, and also we don't have the value for mass. So for that we have to use a different formula, that is specific gravity. Okay, so the formula for specific gravity is available. Actually it is sorry, so the formula for specific gravity is equal to density of the liquid. So here the liquid is petrol. It is clearly mentioned here, the liquid is petrol. Okay, so density of the petrol divided by density of the water, right? So this will be the formula for specific gravity, particularly for this problem. So what is the required data that we have to find here is density of the petrol. So density of the petrol, that is equal to specific gravity into density of water, right? So the formula for density of petrol is equal to specific gravity into density of water. So the density of water is 1000, and also specific gravity is available. So if you use that value, so the density of petrol will be 700 kilogram per meter cube. Okay, is it clear? So the next thing that we have to find is specific weight. So specific weight, what is the formula? Density into gravity. Specific weight is equal to density into gravity. So here it is density of liquid, so you should not use density of water. So the density of liquid is 700 kilogram per meter cube. So you can use this value. So specific weight is equal to density into gravity. So density is 700 and gravity is 9.81. And also with that, the unit for specific weight is Newton per meter cube. So if you need a unit conversion, you can put your unit conversion here. So the unit for density is kilogram per meter cube, right? Kilogram per meter cube. Similarly, the unit for gravity is Newton meter. Sorry, what I told you that. Sorry, Kana. I think there is a confusion.
Sir, kilogram per meter cube you told, sir.
So it is for density, Kana. So the unit for density is kilogram per meter cube. Similarly, the unit for specific
Sir,
weight
Newton per kilogram you told for gravity.
is Newton meter per kilogram.
Yes.
Okay. So if you use that, you will get a unit of Newton per meter cube. So நீங்கள் வந்து ரொம்ப கன்ஃபியூஸும் பண்ண வேண்டாம். So the unit for a specific weight is Newton per meter cube. So normally this gravity will not be calculated in a kilonewton. So 9.81 போட்டிங்கன்னா நியூட்டன் தான் வரும். Okay. So specific weight is equal to 6867 Newton per meter cube. Okay. So please remember that. Please attend this class with a calculator. So these are all simple multiplication. So I'm not going to ask the values, but in our next classes onwards, I'll be asking values with you. So you have to tell me the answers. So I'm not going to tell you the answers. Okay. So next data that we have to find is weight. Okay. So what is the formula that we can use for weight? Here also you can use the specific weight formula. So specific weight small w is equal to weight divided by volume. So this is what our formula, right? Specific weight is equal to weight per volume. Okay, so you can reverse the formula for finding the weight. Okay, so the reverse procedure is that you have to multiply specific weight with this volume. So if you do that, you will get a value for this weight. Okay, so volume is available. It is 1 liter, and also it is equal to 0.001 meter cube. Similarly, specific weight is available. That is 6867 Newton per meter cube. So you have to multiply this 6867 with 0.001. So the final answer for weight is 6.867 Newton. Okay. So any doubts? Okay. So that's all about this particular presentation. Next, I will use my lecture 2 presentation. Okay. So in that lecture 2, we are having a basic similar presentations. So just a minute. Okay. So this is my lecture 2 presentation. So in this PPT, we will discuss about these particular topics. So the revision. So revision is, I think the revision is not necessary because we are discussing about this for our previous problems. So I will skip this slide. So it is a basic thing that we have discussed in our earlier class. So the 2 homework problems. So you have to make a note of this. So these 2 problems will be homework. Okay, so a reservoir of oil has a mass of 825 kilogram. Okay, so the mass is available here. So the mass is 825 kilogram, and reservoir has a volume of 0.917 meter cube. So here the volume is available. It is 0.917 meter cube. So compute the density. So we have to find density, specific weight, and specific gravity of the oil. Okay. So here the mass and volume is available. So you can start with density, then you can find the specific weight, then finally you can find the specific gravity. Okay. So the answers. So this is the answer. But you have to show me the calculation procedure. You can make a note of these answers. So this will be the answer for this problem. Okay. So this problem is a homework problem. You have to solve this problem for our. So we're coming to next class. Okay, so it is a simple thing. It is a simple three formulas. Okay. Similarly, the second problem. So here is I am going to read out this problem. If the density of the fluid is 780 kilogram per meter cube. Okay. So what is the volume of 4 kilogram of oil in a can? Okay. So the procedure is that we have to find the volume. So for that, we are having the value of density and also we are having the value for mass. Okay, so you can find the volume. So this is first question. So second one is that what is the mass if the volume is 0.046 meter cube? So in this second question, we have to find this particular mass. So the volume is available. So in my first question, we have to find the volume, mass is available. But here we have to find the mass and the volume is available. So the density is common for both equations. Okay. So the answer for this particular question is that volume is 0.0051 meter cube and mass is 35.88. Okay. So you can use the basic formula for density and you will get the answer for volume and also mass. Okay. So these two problems are homework problem. So you can make a note of this particular two problems in the recorded video. Okay, so I will skip this slide. You don't have to copy this right now. You can copy from the recorded video. I will share the recorded video within an hour. Okay. So next, my next heading is that viscosity. So what is called viscosity? So everybody knows this. What is called viscosity? So it will be denoted in different definitions. So resistance offered to flow, or else we can call it as a resistance created in between two layers of the liquid. So it is a different kind of definitions available in each and every books. So I will show you the definition first. It is defined as the property of a fluid which offers resistance to the movement of one layer of fluid over another adjacent layer of the fluid. For example, if a fluid is moving from higher end to the lower end, so the fluid will be categorized with the different layers. Okay, so we will have a friction in between each and every layer of the fluid. So that will be called it as a resistance of the movement fluid. Okay, so that particular resistance will be called it as viscosity. Okay, so that particular resistance will be called it as viscosity. It will this particular viscosity will vary for each and every fluids. The basic procedure is that, for example, if a viscosity is high, then what will be the flow? Whether it will flow very quickly or else it will flow very slowly. If a fluid is having a high viscosity.
Slowly.
Slowly. Okay. So that is why in Tamil we will be calling a slow person as a different with a different name. So what is the name of the particular liquid? Castor oil, right? Uh, because it is having a high, it is a high viscous fluid. So due to that high viscous, it will flow very slowly. when compared with water, it will flow very slowly. So if we are having a high viscous fluid, it will flow very slowly. Similarly, if you are having low viscous fluid, it will flow very fastly when compared with the previous one. So this viscosity is very, very important, because if you are using engine oil, so everybody is using engine oil, right? So those who are using motorcycle, they will be using this engine oil to lubricate their engines. So during that conditions, viscosity is very, very important. For example, you have to use the proper viscous oil. ஒவ்வொரு இன்ஜினுக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு ஆயில் வந்து நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம், செக்ரிகேட்டாக வச்சுருப்போம். So if we are using Pulsar, we have to use a particular kind of oil. If you are using Scooty, you have to use a particular kind of oil. So it will be denoted with the different grades. Okay, so if you are using a high viscous fluid in an engine, so it will not go to the required moving parts, because engine is having a moving parts. So we have to supply the lubrication oil to the particular moving parts, so the gap between the particular moving parts. So if it is not going to the particular position, then wear and tear will get increased inside the engine, and also the temperature will get increased. So if the wear and tear get increased, temperature will get increased, and also with that, finally the outcome will be engine will be getting seized, and also we can't able to use the particular engine after a few months. So that you have to use a proper viscous fluid in the particular position. And also if you are using very low viscous fluid, it will also will not reach the required position. Maybe it will reach the required position, but it will flow very quickly to the sump. So due to that, wear and tear will get increased. So that we have to use a proper viscous fluid for a lubrication purpose. So viscosity is playing a major role in lubrications. Okay, so the best example for high viscous fluid is honey. So if you take a honey, it will have, you can able to see the layers of the honey. Okay, so if you are pouring any honey to the flat surface, you can able to see the layers of the honey. So what is our definition of this viscosity? So resistance to the movement of one layer of fluid to the another layer. Okay, similarly we are having a few examples. In other words, viscosity can be seen as internal friction of fluid. So we can call it as internal friction between the fluid layers. Okay, or else we can call it as resistance to deformation. Okay, so these are all different definition for viscosity. So the ease with which a fluid pours in a indication of its viscosity. For example, if you are pouring a honey, so you can able to see the resistance between each and every layers of the honey. Yes, and I think any யாரோட mic on ஆயிருக்கு, please check. Okay, so the best example diagram here it is. We are having a 5 tubes. So in each and every tubes, we are having different fluids. So the first one can be water. So please look at here. So the flow is very high. So we can assume this as a water. And this one, we can assume this as a coconut oil. And similarly, we can assume these as a different oils. So these, please look at here. There is no flow on these 4th and 5th tube. So that means we are using a high viscous fluids on these 4th and 5th tube, because the flow is very low. This particular flow will be depends upon the temperature also. For example, if you take a farm oil, so நம்ம household use பண்றோம்ல, cooking purpose use பண்ற farm oil. So please look at the farm oil during on summer and winter condition. So in summer conditions, it will be in the form of liquid, but in the winter condition, it will be in the form of semi-solid. Okay, so in winter conditions, you can't able to create a flow in a farm oil, because it will be in a semi-solid portion. So if the temperature increases, the flow increases. That means if you are increasing the temperature, then your viscosity will be getting decreased. Okay, so if the temperature increases, viscosity will get decreased and the flow will get increased. So if you are decreasing the temperature, that means your viscosity of the fluid will getting increased, and due to that the flow will get decreased. So this is what the relation between temperature, viscosity and flow. Is it clear? I think lateral entry students done experiments on this particular heading using a Redwood viscometer and Seibold viscometer. So with the help of Redwood and Seibold viscometers, we can able to find the viscosity of a liquid. Okay, so the other examples. So fluid with high viscosity such as honey deforms more slowly than fluid with low viscous fluid such as water. So we have already discussed about this. Next thing, the comparison between water and the honey. Okay, so the water is having a very high flow, but the honey is having very low flow because it is a high viscous fluid. Okay, so any doubts regarding this viscosity? Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sir.
So my next topic is it is also related with viscosity. So here we are going to discuss about Newton's law of viscosity. Okay, Newton's law of viscosity. So viscosity is a constant that is used to remove the proportional between shear force and shear strain. Okay, normally as per Newton's law, sorry, it is not shear force, it is shear stress. Okay, so shear stress of a fluid element layer is directly proportional to the rate of shear strain. Okay, so the formula for this Newton's law is that shear stress is directly proportional to shear strain. Okay, so if you want to remove the proportionality between that particular law, you have to use a constant, right? For example, நீங்க எந்த ஒரு கான்ஸ்டன்ட் வேல்யூஸையும் நீ ரிமூவ் பண்ற வாட் A is directly proportional to B அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம் அப்படின்னா, if you want to remove this proportionality, you have to use a constant, right? So we can write it as A is equal to CB. So this particular constant value has been used to remove this proportionality, right? So in this relation, in this Newton's law, we are saying that shear stress is directly proportional to shear strain, like dou U by dou T. So if you want to remove this proportionality, you have to use a constant. That constant value is equal to the coefficient of viscosity. So that is what Newton's law of viscosity. So I will show you the formula for this. Okay. So the formula for Newton's law is that shear stress is directly proportional to shear strain. Okay. So here we are having a proportionality. So if you want to remove this proportionality, you have to use a constant value. That constant value is equal to coefficient of viscosity. Is it clear? So this is called it as Newton's law of viscosity. So mu will be called as a viscosity. Okay. So here tau is a shear stress and this particular one is a shear strain. Okay. So tau is a shear stress and du by dy is a velocity gradient that is called shear strain. Similarly, u will be called in the name of coefficient of viscosity, or else we can call it as dynamic viscosity, or else absolute viscosity, or else we can call simply it as viscosity of the fluid. So it is having a different names. But kinematic viscosity is different. It is not equal to this particular coefficient of viscosity. Okay, so kinematic viscosity is totally different. You can call this mu as coefficient of viscosity, or else dynamic viscosity, or else absolute viscosity, or else simply you can call it as viscosity. But this particular mu value is not equal to kinematic viscosity. Okay, so the kinematic viscosity is having different definition.